I'm chosen. Other spirits fall, but mine has ceased to be broken. You stripping down my pride, but time my only opponent. And lately I abide, but limitless I've awoken. So let me show you that everything I sacrificed mattered. All that blood, sweat, tears that I scattered. All that fake talk, fear that you splattered. Push me to right here, a new chapter. Times, the shots that y'all are taking. One too many times that I've been stuck patient on my downfall. Antidote seeking while I was vacant, but the crown falls simply to those who try to take it. One shot to get two paid, and my three wet like lemonade. 4 times and I step back just to reload and I let it spray. This is everything that I need, everything that I wanted, everything that I bleed. This is victory and I got it, cause I'm here.
come over. Dying to know where you came from. We're breaking open. Feel like our future's just begun. And all I know is that we lost time. If we stay right here, we could free ourselves inside. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together. Just lead me into your world. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together on our own. Just lead me into your world. Waiting for no one. We're headed straight up for the sun. They'll never notice. We'll take these cities on our own. And all I know is that we lost time. If we stay right here, we could free ourselves inside. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together. Just lead me into your world. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together on our own. Just lead me into your world.
Alrighty. Hello, Edgewood friends, family, staff, and students. We are back for week 2 of Valorant. A lot of weeks. We got Edgewood starting on defense this time, and we're going against. We're going against Northern Kentucky University Vikings. Big name. Like deja vu. I'm pretty sure I've said that before. Or the NKU Vikings. We'll probably be calling Vikings. A lot of words. Ready. Two. First try? Not first try. Wait. Nope, not first try. There we go, perfect. Alright. First map is going to be Corrode. Edgewood's on defense, as said. This map is Valorant's newest map. It is very confusing. And a lot of people in the Valorant community hate this map purely because it's new. Vikings gonna start from an A main push. And Logan are already gonna be pushed up or pushed back. Thomas already gets picked off. Going to push through. Hello backs up on the A site. Going to Crane. Trick had to smoke off NKU. Going for a pick here. Ashton gets a pick. Backs up in the mid.
Planted.
Vikings are aware. Vikings Omen stuck. Side. Kaiser gets one. Goes down. The flank from Sydney goes crazy. And Vikings take first round because Sydney hid in the smoke. Lovely. First round goes to Kentucky State. Yay, States. This map, the caster is not too familiar with the info. So, bear with me as I might struggle with callouts and stuff. But, hold through. Vikings are starting a B push this time. Going with the AB setup already off start. Got Trick Guard in the entrance here. Same with Kaiser inside. Kaiser flashes Trick. Trick is flashed again. Kaiser's jumping and shooting. Vikings are already out on site. Big Mac with the flash helps to get the kill, but takes heavy damage. Ashton gets the help here from Kaiser. I mean that the other way around, but Ashton goes down, trying to push. Flanking with Thomas. Right, counter flash. There. One. Big Mac goes down. Two from Logan. Thomas peeks. Thomas goes down. Not get the trade off. Tuna flashes up high. There's no info. But Kaiser's looking the wrong way. And Tuna gets the kill. To be fair, really great round from Edgewood. I know it might look bad, but considering Edgewood had terrible weapons and still got 3, that's pretty good. Pretty good in my books. Right.
Now we wait.
So, unfortunately, for funny, the Vikings are not going a BA setup. Pushing B again. Fine. Which, my opinion, I'm not too sure is the best option. Maybe it's better because it has less close quarters. So, Kaiser already takes a dink. They see that the Sentinel is playing B site, so the Vikings are already swapping over to mid. There's a funny weapon glitch that makes the weapon look very bright. So, Riot Games. Rest of the Vikings are a lot of footsteps. Calls for some Edgewood rotates. Smoke goes up.
Caution here.
Good for Edgewood. That's Vikings smoke actually. Ashton gets blinded by Thomas. Thomas gets 1. No, Thomas gets 2. I didn't even see the 2. Ashton's gonna be playing a passive angle here, waiting for a swing on Thomas. Logan gets a kill. Fought back. Try to see if they can pick off the 1v1. Bot sees nothing. Sees nothing. Thomas gets another. And Trick helps the assist from mid. All this from Edgewood, and that's perfect. Wood needs to start working together as a team, because as you saw right there, if you work as a team, you win. And again, Edgewood kind of just won their 1v1s too at the same time. Teamwork gets you the rest of the way, but aim can only get you so far. Vikings going for an A push this time, which is actually great because Edgewood for some reason has 2 controllers on B site. That makes no sense. An aggressive smoke mid from Edgewood. Not gonna get any value off of it though, since there's
Here.
a decoy sent towards Thomas. Thomas knows that it's a decoy too. Logan tries to help. Thomas goes for 3. Thomas goes for 4. Thomas probably wants the ace. Thomas does not want the ace. Aim. Playing smart. Logan gets the last. Thomas with the 4. And good thing I did the exact same thing last game, or last week, where I swap off the person before they get a lot of kills.
Sorry, ear's still ringing.
Don't worry. I watched him get the last 2 kills. So I saw him get 3 and I saw him get 4. That's where it matters. Two to 2. That was another flawless, actually. Edgewood's starting to snowball off of money. Okay, Vikings are rolling into the site with 2 smokes. I think Trick is watching me. Gameboy stuck by himself out sight. Ashton tries to get a pick off. Ashton gets flashed. If gets the kill. An ult on the eco round from Thomas. There, hopefully they noticed that they saw a shotgun shot. Big Mac is holding up close with a shotgun. not want to get risky and push that. Otherwise, they opens that they want. Round? Probably not. Who's round 2? Yeah. Playing passively here from Edgewood. They read that they're on defense and plan on playing defense. Good. Edgewood's mid players aren't seeing anything. Either gets flash smoked off. I has to reposition off that. But is also trying to reposition. The Yoru shot almost gets a kill. Ashton pushes out, and Ashton gets 3. Not expect Ashton to get that last one. Why? That's why I didn't bump over. 3-2. Edgewood only lost 1. It's crazy. They lose 1 on an eco round, but they don't lose 1 on a bye. Crazy work, crazy work. Like these are going for a split? I think this might be an A split, so Thomas and Logan might be trouble here. Flash. Good flash. Good flash. Logan takes a lot of health. 1 health to be specific. Thankfully, they have Sky on their team. Full heal. Logan gets 1 because of that. My voice, for some reason, starts to dive. Thomas gets 1 and helps out Logan. Ashley needs to watch out for mid. There's a Vise looking mid from the Vikings. This might not actually work in their favor. Tuna's got to be calling out his team to stop pushing. Tuna's got a really valuable mark here. Ashley picks it up.
Question here.
Smoke close from Vikings. Gotta figure out name. Then he's prepping up a flash. Not use the flash. Aiming for a push here.
1 enemy remaining.
Or Logan gets it. Not Ashen. And then Trick gets the other. Huge. Huge. 4-2. Out.
Now we wait. Launching door.
Research is done. Speaking of research, the Vikings are doing little phones. And, okay, there might be a huge fight here at A main. Flash high. Thomas gets the info. Logan still gets 1. Logan's getting out of there with satchels. Logan's not gonna be doing well here. Logan gets blinded. Logan's out of there. I think that could leave out a shotgun. Alright. Both Edgewood's A players are locked down. They cannot use their primary guns. They're relying on their pistols. And they kind of wasted that ult. Thomas gets the blind off. Gets some damage taken off too. Goes for 1. Thomas goes for 2. Does Thomas go for 3? Nope. Big Mac has a shotgun. Thomas will not go for 3. Nope. 1. 2 though. Thomas does get the 3. That shotgun's dangerous. Now, imagine with me. If Big Mac got the kill with the ult, how much difference, how much impact would that have happened? Or would that have had against Edgewood? Probably a decent amount. We're only imagining here. Don't need to think too hard. But I've definitely brought some better numbers though, because Ashton misses the 1 way. Ashton actually sees 1. Ashton backs up. Ashton mollies it off to slow the push. He still shoots the clone. The clone activates the fade wall. Vise wall, not fade. There's no fade. Ooh. Kaiser gets 1. Boy steps in, kill, Ashen helps out, Ashen goes down, Edgewood goes for 2, Spike's down, Logan's peeking by himself, Thomas is rotating over. Spike's being planted. Vikings have no idea where the second player is. They are fully clearing every other angle.
One enemy remaining.
Logan picks off 1. And Logan picks off 2. And Logan defuses the bomb. That order. And Edgewood takes the round. 6-2.
Shame. I love explosions.
Lead down the fort. On either side so far. What rounds did they not win? Whoa. The first 2. Well, I mean, seemed like anything just happened. Edgewood still has a lot of creds though, and the Vikings do. Vikings are on like a buy.
Get out of my
I think
way.
they're buying up for next, which Thomas here runs into 2,
Blinded.
flashes to back up, gives them out the dog for some recon. Logan's gonna grab his body while he can. Thomas sees 2. Jeez. Footsteps. Logan reposition. Ashton might encounter a predicament here. Game Boy might just right click. Yep. Oh my goodness! Another right click!
Finished.
Thomas trades it out. Flashes for info. Doesn't see anything. Here's footsteps though. Has to hear footsteps. Kaiser does not shoot the Vise flash in time. Big Mac's already in there. Same with Tuna. Big Mac's lurking towards elbow. Edgewood's playing it safe here. In some time. Waiting for the team to regroup.
Spike planted.
Only one that's dead. Thomas is still lurking mid, clearing corners. Do not want to get caught out. Kaiser ults. Ult pops off. 2 kills go off. Trick gets 1.
One enemy
Kaiser
remaining.
gets another. This one's main.
Nowhere to run.
Ult goes.
My ult's ready.
Yep. After that. Man down. Man down. So to explain what happened, because might have been a little confusing. I don't know who's watching, but we'll address them properly. We're gonna call them Katie, I think. Katie. We're gonna go with Katie. I can't pronounce an X between that. So what they did was they're ulting bomb off a sound cue. So when they heard that Edgewood started defusing, they thought to ult it, which Silva ult pierces through walls, so all I have to do is look at where the floor is, where the spike's planted, and then anything that's in that range just takes damage and eventually dies if you shoot it enough. Issue is bomb's right here. I'm not sure if my cursor's showing up, but I'm gonna hope. Bomb's on B site, on the left side. Can't see my cursor. And Kitty was in B main. Right by that box. Those 2 squares in B main, right next to it. Little issue, because that's not a lot of distance. So as you saw. You got the kill. Technically you can cancel your ult as Sova, but I mean they didn't have enough time to, and at the same time they're kind of staring at the wall. They're just hoping they can buy enough time for Spike to go off. Vikings are split pushing actually.
Found one.
Vikings are gonna be split pushing down A and B at the same time, leaving mid open actually too. There's gonna be a Sky ult from Thomas. Almost reached last person. Time though. Pops. Eyes flash before it can go off. Logan and Ashton here have a crazy flank. Good trade off of Ashton. But not the spike. Ashton might peek. Is peeking. That. Your clone goes all the way to A. I just probably gonna have a little bit of trouble here, but
Thorns are live. Rip and tear.
horn will go off.
Thorns are live.
The wall is still active, but Jade is for some reason pre-snaring it. Ashen's up in their spawn again, playing offense on defense, which is what you're not supposed to do.
30 seconds left.
And that'll cause for a rotate
enemy
from
remains.
Trick gets 2, Trick gets 2.
Spike down.
Trick gets 3, Trick gets 3, Trick gets 3, Trick gets 3. That was a lot. So Ashen pushed up forward on defense when Edgewood's already up in numbers. Shouldn't be doing that when it's a 4v3, because at that point it was a 1v3 between Ashen and the 3 Vikings players that were inside B lobby. B lobby is right down there, on left. So you don't want to do that, because then you lose your numbers advantage, and then or even fight for Vikings. Maybe Ashen was being a little friendly. But Thomas is once again going for a 1v5 fight. Count backs up. Flash goes off. Flash goes away. Silver Dart goes into sight. It's destroyed as well. Logan's here to back Thomas up. Logan reveals that he is an up. Five's ult also goes up, which means Thomas is only going to be able to use a secondary, but it did not reach Logan. Logan blindly fires the rocket shot in there. Tuna's gonna be holding the angle. Trick goes for 1. Trick gets out to help 2. Thomas goes there. Thomas gets blinded. Trick goes for the backup.
Thorns activated.
Dies to a ghost. Down to a 3v2 here. Spike is in their favor. They just don't know it yet. And Logan sees Spike. Now it's in their favor. Smoke goes down in front of Logan. Gameboy's gonna grab the spike. Hollow's doing something. Hollow's trying to get some of their teammate shot. The double! They don't recognize that there's a box there! To be honest, I didn't either. I thought that was the play. Alright. Jade's gonna go around. Jade's gonna do the pinch.
Last player standing.
Never mind. Jade gets shut down. Hollow swaps to a Guardian for a better chance of winning this. 1v2 here, no utility. Oh, Gameboy actually uses an updraft to get extra info for the team. Logan needs to do something quick here. Run out of time, and he's saving the op. Wise choice. Do something. Gameboy's actually gonna try to go for the pick. But he will not find it.
Round in the half.
Right.
Spend those creds before we
8 to 3. That's the 3rd round won by Vikings. And Logan gets to keep their op,
Can I get a drop?
which Logan bought an extra rifle in case swap off of the op. Playing close angles with the long range weapon obviously isn't that great.
Dance.
Why they bought him an extra
Caution
Phantom. It's last round and a half. I don't think anybody Vikings is gonna go peek that. They see that Ashen ulted on B site, so they're probably gonna rotate to A now. If I was Edgewood, I'd probably rotate another player over to A.
Who's next?
Big Mac ults for info. Down mid. Searching for anything. Not seeing anything. He's Thomas. Thomas gets 1. Thomas backs up. Thomas knows that's a clone.
Blinded.
Rick doubling up with Thomas there. Big Mac might get a pick here. Thomas gets another flash, doesn't go correctly. Line goes back, Thomas gets tagged. Thomas gets kill on Big Mac still. Edgewood's still rotating players over, even though they haven't seen the spike. Ashen might die mid here. Might not be good, might not be good, might not be very good. Might not be exceptionally good. What is going on here? Logan repeats and still gets the kill. And they're still watching mid? I'm so confused. Why did after that? Anyways, Edgewood still doesn't have spike, but they have 12 seconds to push. They're kind of forced to push here. So Jade will probably get one. Jade will probably get two as well. Yep, they get two. Not left quick enough, they'll get the kill. So, in my perspective, the reason why I found that so bizarre was both Game Boy and Ashton held hands right next to Ashton's wall. They swapped sides, and you know, nothing else from that. But Game Boy got to mid-top here around, right at the entrance to it, while Ashton's already in mid-stairs, so he's pushing a yard. But Game Boy dies to Logan, who's window, and then the last two Vikings players, for some reason, are looking over to A-Link, even though their teammate died at mid-top. Maybe they're looking at the side of A site here, maybe they weren't. I don't know, it was just so confusing. If there's two A pocket, I assume one's gonna be watching elbow, though. Anywho, Edgewood is now on offense. They are fully pushing A, it looks like. Flash through. Somebody will take a lot of team damage. A lot of team damage, I mean that he will do a lot of damage. Ashton will get the pick. Some heals off. Game Boy is going to miss a couple shots here. Go for a flash. Sydney gets the kill. Hit one. Smokes goes down. Gonna pops flash. Does not know where the player is. Logan will get the kill on Tuna. Rebound the nade. Fight. 2 years. Smoke goes down on the spike. Spam. What's going on? Then he hears the jump. Spike's half, but a leg was shown on Logan's screen. I almost guarantee it. I wasn't even watching, and I can guarantee it. 10-3. Edgewood wins the pistol round. Weird. They're used to having the Viking. Edgewood is. Weirdest thing. Ready. Oh. Vikings can already see that Viper wall. We are expecting a. But the thing about having two controllers is that they don't have to invest all the stuff here. Game Boy gets a tag in the chest to Thomas. Go for some recon. With the dog sees. Then he's already prepping a flash for main. That's this person. Kaiser will actually snare off mid-stairs. At least a connector to mid-stairs. Back to sight.
Flash placed. Not ready yet.
It's working up mid here. That flash was not heard from anybody on the Vikings. Where this goes down to Logan. A 1v4 for Tuna.
Spike carriers down.
It's one.
Spike down B.
Oh, Ashton got caught up by the wall. I forgot about that wall being there.
I got the spike.
Tuna's still hugging elbow.
Spike planted.
The boy gets shots off on Kaiser. Logan gets one. Thomas is starting to move around. Thomas gets flashed. He gets one from Logan. He gets two. Boy drops down inside smoke. On 1v3, taking the reasonable fights. Thomas just needs to play time here. Thomas does not know it though. I would never face anybody off that is running with the stinger. That gun, the whole thing. You might as well bump it up to the price of a Vandal. Basically that, when you're running full sprint. Ten to 4, and even though Edgewood had better guns, they didn't win that. So exactly the best plays I saw from Edgewood, considering that we saw Edgewood's Viper get caught off alone. I think that's one of the things that Edgewood's practiced, is to usually let a person that can't move around go in first, and the second person that can like have movement, like Logan or Trick, teleport up top. Work out that way, I guess. What's going on here in A main? Make it 1, they make it 2. Kaiser with the trade for Logan. Gets Edgewood another gun. Ashton's pushing in. Trick tries to trade. Kaiser's not looking to the left. I'm really good at capturing terrible moments, apparently. And Edgewood goes for the second timeout. I should probably mention that Vikings took the first timeout. Not sure how many times you can call a timeout. I forget. So, yeah. Coach calls a timeout. The 2 lost rounds. Because, honestly, those 2 lost rounds, confusing. Notice how there was 2 Edgewood players pushing mid. Logan and I think it was Jade. Both pushed mid. Both did really well. With lesser guns, they were able to pick off a person that had an actual gun. That would be Big Mac, which has the Bulldog again. Like, deja vu again. But then it was down to Jade, who was still pushing a Link, which then Edgewood team from A main was pushing on the pocket, and they're all pushing 1 by 1, and you know, a single file line to lower KD ratio. But Edgewood is not playing like a team right now, and more playing it like a deathmatch. Wants to keep this advantage, they probably need to play as a team. Now it just made it 10 times more difficult to win 1v1s. Flash from Sydney. It looks like Vikings are going for an aggressive. Although the decoy is selling the eyes. Looking in front of people. I'm not sure why Edgewood's lacking behind. Game Boy's already set up. Game Boy has a shotgun. They did not want to push that. But him in here. Logan decides to pop by his wall preemptively. Kill goes off. Ashton's starting to push in. The shotgun does not expect it either. Didn't realize that Edgewood's now split pushing now. Still 2 people on each site. Edgewood has a great advantage here. It's a 2v1 on both sides of the field. I think Edgewood wants to rotate over to B site though. Make it a little bit more difficult for Sydney to fight together.
Caution here.
Logan's actually gonna go for a split here. Logan's gonna split off from the team and try to get a pick on a rotating Sydney. But Katie, rotate Katie, but Katie's very wary of what's going on around them. Logan actually hears that reload, swaps to mid. Sydney gets 1.
Cover going up.
1 enemy
Logan
remaining.
gets the kill on Sydney. Now down to 1v3. Logan gets the kill on Katie, and Sydney goes down 1v3 to action.
Shadows, they will hide you.
Woo! Picks it up. Oh. 11-5. Teamwork was great. That's how that time Edgewood actually pushed together and won. Cause and effect? Coincidence? I don't think so. Edgewood will be setting up another split. Might need a banana at that. Nice dessert. Gonna be pushing up mid here with the help of Trick Smoke. Katie actually might get the time. Katie misses the timing on Logan pushing. But there is a lot of Vikings players looking mid. Check just to make sure anybody didn't lurk up. Now Katie will hug the wall. line there. Much. Fight off here between Katie and Trick. Questions through B main. Thomas is trying to clear A
Cover
main.
going out.
Smokes are going off. B for Ashton.
Scout destroyed.
Thomas only knows one's watching A main. Not know that the Game Boy is also there. Making sure that Katie doesn't get offensive here. Logan pushes up. Logan gets the kill.
Stealing sight.
And gets blinded, but Katie's too close, so it doesn't work. Kaiser gets one off the trade for Thomas.
Spike down A.
Spikes down A. 18 seconds left. Who knows? You know, I wouldn't expect Logan there either, to be honest. It's
10
some
seconds
sick
left.
movement. But I don't think Logan's gonna make it there in time, so Logan's just gonna go safe. Katie is drifting. Down will go two Vikings. Can't have that spike going down with 18 seconds left. And can't really be split with 18 seconds left. Gotta group up its team. See where this recon dart goes, even though it won't see anybody. I want to see where it goes. Alright, so just scans a little bit of maybe. Not even that much though, that's the problem. Kaiser will pop out Vise ults. Nobody will be caught inside of it. Logan will bop around a lot of people. Logan will be inside elbow already. Ashton will ult down on points, getting the offensive. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Ooh. He goes for ult. Katie gets two! And the ult's down. That's leaving just Trick and
I have the spike.
Kaiser's alive. Gameboy's fighting from heaven.
Last player
Gameboy gets
standing.
one. Gameboy does not get two. Kaiser has the 1v1 opportunity, but does not get the kill on Katie. Whew, 11-7. 11-11. Go to a gas station. I'm gonna think what Edgewood's doing wrong as of now. It might just be a skill issue. They might just not be hitting their shots. They might not be feeling it for the day. Which, possible. You need to.
Revealing area.
Your dart will go off. Never mind. It's so funky. Gameboy's gonna be peeking B main already. Gameboy really wanted to use the dash to alert everybody over there. I just swapped off a Thomas dying. Fair? I think that's a good thing. Wiggins almost getting shot off. Oh, but Ashton with the help! Oh. Wiggins really wanted that gun. So there goes Gameboy's gun. Things they didn't need. Logan has to make the play here now that he has the Vandal. That's a goofy smoke in my eyes.
Satchel out. Satchel out.
We're gonna be soaring through the sky. Trick's already in. Trick counter flashes Sydney, but Sydney's already out of the way. Kaiser sets up flash. Logan's trying to look for a pick for his team. Tuna might peek into Logan here, but Sydney's gonna peek first. Sydney's goes down. Tuna goes down. Logan gets out of there. Nice! Time to Big Mac and Katie. Katie push from in. Big Mac pushing from A or B arch. Grab this B. Logan gets flashed. Remember, Logan's the only one with an assault rifle. The rest of Edgewood does not. Actually, still winnable for.
One enemy
Oh!
remaining.
Oh no! Big Mac gets the kill. Kaiser's gotta go for a gun. Kaiser's going for the wrong gun. Trick goes down. Ashton goes down. Where is Kaiser going? Kaiser gets all the util off. Big Mac. Ozzy's off. Back on. Ozzy's back off. We should not have lost that many people. And there goes the gun. Who needs guns anyways? I think Edgewood has enough money now. And Edgewood doesn't have enough money. They have a full buy while funds are not looking very favorable over there. Vikings. But I mean, they have ults. Actually, Vikings had 4 ults.
Spike's here.
Playing football with the spike. Placing it over towards B main. Russian go peek. That's very fair. Edgewood does not know. Oh, watch Big Mac here. Unfortunate. Big Mac aligns himself. 80 knows that that dog cannot see them. 80 also gets smoked off though.
Here.
Good call from Edgewood. There's more people. Game Boy's gonna be peeking mid here. Boy's gonna be peeking mid. Game Boy gets one. Game Boy backs up, and for some reason pops dash before backing up, so that they just didn't want dash. I guess wanted to make it fair for Edgewood. Don't worry.
Spike planted.
So Tuna pops by his ult, and Trick smokes themselves off. Game Boy really pushing on the side here. Misses all their shots. Is blind. Has only shorty. Thomas gets one. Game Boy's trying to find a pick here. Game Boy does find a pick here. Sydney blinds close. Both blind close. Tuna's also
One
blinded.
enemy remaining.
Ashton gets 2.
Attackers win.
I'm surprised nobody else peeked from Edgewood. I don't know why I swapped. Thank goodness. I also hate that map. But it looks cool. I'll give it that. Here's the scoreboard. You can see that guy at the top. That guy is also there. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. That guy's right there. I'm so helpful. Looks like we're taking 5, so make it 5. Even.
Sometimes I wish that we could go back before you got hurt. When before I was scared, now I'm feeling prepared. Don't you wanna feel good? Don't you wanna feel good?
When you said you were leaving, I thought that you meant it. I played the victim, you starred as indifferent. Hindsight comes standard with rose-colored lenses. Hate to admit it, you're better off. Now you're too afraid to look, too scared to miss it. We're night and day, solar eclipses. Too afraid to look, too scared to miss it. We're night and day, solar eclipses. Solar eclipses. Solar eclipses. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we can start again. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we can start it.
Maybe feelings change, I can remember all the reasons why we've been separate ways. Feeling all alone in your company, keeping you captive with guilty chains.
We're night and day, solar eclipses. Too afraid to look, too scared to miss it. We're night and day, solar eclipses. Solar eclipses. Solar eclipses. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we can start again. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we can start again. Tomorrow we build, depends on the future we want, we can make it as real. Maybe we will though, give up the ego. Making it feel good. Too scared to just let it go. Too scared to just let it go. Tomorrow we build,
destiny, you wrote it. Focused, but you gotta be focused. Make or break, it's the last goodbye they remember you for. They're calling your name, go and take what's yours. Here, now, it's everything you've been dreaming about. There's a reason why you were chosen. This is your moment. Rise up, you give it all that you got and you rise up. All the stories that tell about the champion who came from the crown. Are you ready to carry it now? Going full speed, never stop, never quit. You're the only one you got to convince that nothing's too far out of your reach. 'Cause all you are is what you believe. Here, now, it's everything you've been dreaming about. There's a reason why you were chosen. This is your moment. By the shore, I'm holding on, diving into my ocean. Hear me cry, tears are falling from the sky. Don't give in. Sometime we'll get up and fly. The waves come crashing down. Stand up, don't fall and drown. There's nothing that I want more but for you to catch me by the shore.
Where's the button? Where's the button? Alrighty. Oh, that's all. So, we're back for map 2. Sit here, maybe take a nap. It's nap time. So, oh my goodness, this stretch was great. Edgewood has swapped out a player. And
Hey, we have one of our guys that crashed. Just a heads up. So if it refuses, just a heads up.
Okay, so apparently somebody crashed. Right. I want this. Oh. Remember, correct. maybe to load them in, even with the person. All right, we're hoping. You're hoping.
I don't know if you guys can hear me, but one of our teams crashed.
Yep.
Oh, we can't hear you.
Oh, my game crashed. You guys should be
Yeah.
back in the lobby. Yeah, there you go.
Make sure we just pick the same agents there. All right, we're good.
I'm
Alright,
good.
whenever-
Nope. Back into the queue. I'll let them commentate the stream as well. This part should move pretty fast. Picking the same agents. Right. Perfect. Wait. The lock in. Here we go. That was probably the fastest agent selection screen I've seen. Entire life playing this game. So, now that we're there we go. Step 1. What's step 1? Eeny, meeny, mine, that one. Yes, first try. And that. Yes! So, I'm not sure whose map pick this is, but, you know, this is probably Edgewood's map pick because if I know their players, they don't like Corrode, they like Haven. And they also have a setup that they like to do on Haven, so. We have basically the exact same team for Vikings. It's the only difference is no Vise, and they swapped it to Sage, which is for Tuna. So they plan on walling Garage. And for Edgewood, as I said, there's a player swap. There's no Trick, who is Robin. And there's Ethan now, who is Rengar. Edgewood's in there. Rengar's not checking behind him. Ashton's still putting up by.
The spike.
He's giving Spike. He's planting. Kaiser's trying to assist the team. Kaiser's peeking on 1 HP. Logan's trying to hold the fort. Ashton's still top ropes.
Player standing.
Ashton's not looking. No comment. I didn't see that. My monitor turned on.
Revealing area.
Oh, better days. Better days.
Stay on their trail.
Now, we remember the first map. Edgewood also lost the very first. So, it's deja vu again. This round too, and then they start a 8-round win streak. Or maybe they just keep losing. Or they win this one. And a dart going down there. Oh my god. Finger's already in again. Ethan, I don't feel like playing. Luna's already in for some reason, solo pushing. Sydney's also taking the scenic route, maybe. Katie gets 1, Katie gets 2, Katie's hurt, Katie's at 3 HP. Ashes, it's a little bit harder to look at Edgewood POVs right now. He's trying to peek. Off close. We're ready to peek through. Wait, gets a pick. Ashton needs to watch out behind him. He needs to watch out. Kaiser's soloing again. Buffalo, Buffalo, Buffalo. Woo! He gets the 2. Oh, not deja vu. 1-1. One to 1.
Placing alarm bot.
Like Kaiser setting up some util. We'll probably be watching Jade set up in the buy phase because everybody else is just going to their position. You can see that Big Mac's TP is going all the way to E site to get a faster rotate. Edgewood splitting here. Not much going on. Then he's already smoking off B long just in case. Get some pre-fire happening from Jade for mid, trying to break the wall, I assume. Max huddling close here. Everybody else is also very close. Wow.
Spike
That was
down.
also
A.
the spike carrier. What happened there? Was a free pick from Big Mac. Is drone close? Happened. Ethan's already out on site. Checking short, see if it happens. Edgewood has been given the site so graciously. Then he flashes. I don't think it hit anybody except for maybe Thomas.
Careful there.
Logan close. Logan sees one push through. Logan does not come to his teammate. Logan gets one. Logan gets two. Logan gets three. Logan not get four. Kaiser, once again, 1v2.
Turret down. Bomb grenade out.
Kaiser's gonna need to push up forward here. Sydney's still alive, so that smoke's gonna go down. Actively tells Jade that they are halfway by letting go and retapping on the defuse.
They think they know pain. They can't
Jade does not capitalize off that. Only saw two. Or only saw like 2 spots to shoot. Back to watching Jade. Jade's got the alarm bot. Hold on. Whoosh. Alarm bot's over here. Wait. Over here. Oh no, there's an alarm bot here that's placed for any flankers. Kaiser's gonna be sitting mid, maybe looking for rotates. Edgewood's posting up for ace hit. Kaiser's freaking the seawall.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
Storm goes off close. He's at least a 1 with the drone. Off. Big Mac gets 2. I can't ever but the correct spots. Kaiser's peeking Game Boy here. Kaiser's getting jumped on by Game Boy here. Logan tries to assist by looking for it.
Careful there.
Actively aware of where Game Boy is. Slight shot from Logan helps split, or from Thomas. Never mind. Weird shots. We're leaving the gun behind, and we're walking straight into Sydney. Knows, and Thomas knows.
30 seconds left.
Thomas almost gets the kill, but unfortunately, spamming long range with Frenzy is not the play. Three to 1. You would think that this is Edgewood's for this Vikings pick. Almost certain that this is Edgewood's map that they. Almost certain. Back to Kaiser Util. Mind, I found something even more interesting. We're gonna watch Thomas. Never mind, he's not gonna shoot a dart. Oh, never mind, he is. Let's go to the back site. He's gonna try to see some stuff. Game Boy gets a shotgun shot off, but also gets down into garage with the help of Tuna. Tuna gets 1. Thomas gets 1. Ashton gets 1. I don't know where I'm looking.
Spike down. C.
I was just trying to go out and help the team. Ashton's still holding solo. Game Boy decides to use the rest of their knives and hold out 1. Game Boy shoots the wall. It's plant down. Kaiser gets messed up by the decoy.
Gun here.
Yeah, a lot's happening. So much, even I'm losing track. For that round, we'll go to Vikings, 4-1. Vikings have 3 ultimates up. Ooh, birthday cake. Look at it spin. Yeah, that's enough birthday cake. Vikings have 3 ults up. Looks like Edgewood's gonna try to go for an A push here. Game Boy wants some help for a mid push. I think. Oh, he's still spinning the cake. Maybe he's making a wish. I will get this for you. Kaiser's drone gets shot down instantly. The dart for long goes off. Doesn't see anybody, no. Or see anybody though. With flashes, the drone, or Big Mac. Big Mac flashes as well. Swings the peak. See anybody? Ashton gets one. Game Boy's alone on site.
You should run.
Flash is close. KJ ultimate goes down from Jade. Game Boy goes down. It's a little late for that ultimate, to be honest.
Spike
I
planted.
mean, they get the spike down and they waste 2 seconds on the spike timer, but you're technically supposed to wait for that to go lower and then push with it. Until here, get action from the teams. And push out, same with Tuna. Tuna gets spotted, Sydney's flashed. Ashton is spotted too. Ashton is forced to drop. Tuna gets one. Sydney gets one. Jake gets one.
Standing.
Ethan gets one. Tuna's last. Oh, Edgewood's headhunting. Ow. Logan almost fully baited Ethan. Wouldn't that have been a sight? Edgewood won their second round. Golf claps for everybody. So, Vikings have 4 ults now. Ready for a 5th. 8. 2 out of 8 for 5th. Never mind, Game Boy just used it. Gonna be hitting that A push again. It's gonna be a garage door or a garage. Well, there's gonna be a wall garage. Who Game Boy is definitely up top. Full Game Boy drop. They wanted to fake the drop, but unfortunately it doesn't work. Sounds different. Step on the box. Boy still spotted up top. Boy dashes to another side. See what kind of acrobatics Game Boy's doing over here. They still see that Game Boy's up top. He kind of wasted all the utility to get back up now. Sydney's gonna be getting a kill on Logan here. Sydney's doing some work.
Shadows
One.
traveling.
Tagged, but teleports off. Katie sends a dart mid. Ashton's gonna get found soon. Ashton's definitely gonna. Ooh, Ashton gets a little look. Hits him with the stink eye. Tom's gonna be shooting dart on the site. Knows that Game Boy's pushed up supers now, or short. Force 2. Kaiser's posted up
30
mid.
seconds left.
Flashes out. Ethan's already out too. Game Boy's gonna get pushed from all sides. Katie
Spike
now.
planted.
Katie got one pick on Ethan. Kaiser's still posted a B site. Kaiser needs to go help team. Ultimate's popped off by Big Mac. Clearing stuff, clearing stuff. Drone sees Ashton. Max sees Thomas. Spike's being touched. Big Mac's running up. Spike's being confused. Tuna goes down. Ashton gets multiple. What button should I need to look at Thomas for? And Katie gets 3. I hate these buttons.
They demand a fight. Who are we to this?
Whatever, 5-2. Vikings are in the lead on a map that should be for Edgewood. Maybe it's because Edgewood's not playing deep. Edgewood team is
Can I get this?
figure out who needs the spike, and it's gonna be Logan.
Thanks.
We are requesting. Woo! We're requesting buys,
Get
so
out of my way.
Edgewood's eco is not doing good. Luna immediately uses. Ethan's gonna be going in here. Ethan's in. There's a TP that went off out to A link. Edgewood hopefully understands that. He's not gonna be picking any angle. There's some util gonna go off from 80, and some counter util from Thomas. There's gonna be a flank happening from Game Boy, but Thomas looks like he's reading that. Thomas does not look like he's reading that anymore. Thomas knows. Thomas gets it. ADC Ashen's up top. Ashen drops. Oh, Katie gets. Does Ashen decide to go right back into the sights of Katie? Kind of stuck here back site. Vikings are wasting time here. They need to push. Need to start making moves. It's a 4v3. They might have better weapons, but they need to have that time on their side. On second thought, they decided that no, Edgewood can have that spike. They're walking right into that off. But hello, what's it? Wow! Logan actually would have gotten that kill if it wasn't for the spike. Protect Mr. President. Won that round on an eco. Oh, great. Five to 3.
Placing alarm bot.
We might be going to the dreaded third map.
Look out for their rift walker.
That would change up their tactics. We're gonna find out. So we have Big Mac still opping over here on C-site. We're gonna see what he sees, and we're gonna see that he gets stunned. They can't push him in time, and for some reason they're sending out a decoy. Come on, Logan wanted to shoot it anyways. Maybe it was target practice for him. Sent out from Logan. Logan's gonna grab that orb. Get smoked to guard close. Sydney. Start pushing A here. Game Boy probably saw one. Game Boy has a shotgun still.
Cover going out.
Ball's gonna go down from mid.
Cover going out.
Good knows that there's a shotgun A, and there's an awful lot of Vikings players stacked up at A right now.
Careful. Careful.
Logan's the only one that knows that they've moved out. Ethan's trying to push out alone to an operator sitting up heaven.
30 seconds
Might
left.
sound monotone right now, and I'm not gonna lie. Reason for that. That play made me really sad. Edgewood slowly moving over to C-site. Vikings are slowly realizing that it's not an ace. Ashen's gonna ult over.
10 seconds left.
Them run.
Gonna get picked. Gonna back up for the team. It's a 4v4 now. Fair fight. Every person for themselves. Don't play with the team. Got a good angle here. Oh, never mind. It's not a fair fight no more. And Ashen doesn't have any smokes. And Ashen's dead. The 3v5. We lost. Kaiser and Thomas are fighting off Sydney in the back lines. They got no smokes no more, but Logan's fighting for himself now. And it's down to Kaiser. Get it. Woo! Kaiser got the defuse, but unfortunately got the half. If they didn't get the half, Kaiser actually would have won that. Wow. I'm in. Solid division. Kaiser would have gotten that kill. Edgewood would have been like, no way. They would have had high fives all around, so on and so forth. Yeah. I think sometimes. 6-3. Let's check the scoreboard, shall we? Ooh. Well, we'll bump it up to 7-3. Edgewood's gonna go for a full rush. They've bailed out on the rush. Looking peeks in from the slow orb. Kaiser's watching the flank. Kaiser's looking in. Thomas goes down. Ashen gets one. Kaiser gets the tag off of Katie. Big Mac pushing close. Big Mac decides that, hey, I don't feel like killing that guy. Ethan gets one on C-site. Ethan, I think, gets two on C-site. Big Mac gets a flash off again. But Big Mac misses Jade's yet. Jaden really needs to fall back somewhere. They know that was somebody's mid, and unfortunately they were right. Better if they were wrong. There's a flank happening.
Player standing.
Yeah, yep. Game Boy gets last two. 7-3. 7-3.
Gun here.
Tragedy strikes. Back it up to the Himalayas. Let's see. And Edgewood's taking the first time out. So, as a quick reminder, I like to take this time to figure out what's going wrong. Frankly, I don't know what's going wrong. I'm looking at the gameplay, I'm seeing it. I feel like Edgewood's just not taking the right fights. Like, we're thinking, we're pushing together, we're trying to help as a team, but we're also not thinking. That makes sense? Probably not. So, for example, I said that that momentum garage is gonna be full rush garage, full seaside push, but then a sage slow came down, like thunder on a sunny day, and then it should have stopped right there. But we gotta walk in. I gotta fight that sage, and Logan died. And the rest of the team also started pushing it, and then the rest of Vikings started to corral on garage. That's why you saw Sydney outside of garage there. They were already holding it. That's why you saw Game Boy down attacker side spawn into C long already. They already pinched down that side. That's why you saw Big Mac in C window. Because they took so long in garage and they didn't make a play. They had enough time to box them up like they're playing Fortnite. Whole different game too. The op shot from Big Mac misses, and Game Boy also takes a lot of damage. Not looking good for A side. We're gonna see Big Mac come over to Sage for a heal. Sage heal? Oh, almost. This is more interesting. There you go. Okay. Edgewood's still trying to go for a C or an A site hit, but it's very slow, very calm, very nonchalant. What's the set here? Playing the waiting game, we got the Vikings. Oh, we got one scanned. Might get a pick here. Kaiser doesn't get a pick here. Logan gets scanned, same with Ethan. For some reason we peeked when we got scanned. Ethan gets the shot. Thomas is already peeking. AD goes out. AD's blind. Big Mac grabs a gun. I want the op in this fight. The 2v4 or 2v3. Decoy goes out. Somebody's gonna shoot it. There you go. Decoys get shot. Ashton wins this fight. Ashton wins this fight again. Good work, Ashton. Pats on the back. No cookies for anyone yet, because I'm not sure what gameplay I'm looking at.
Last round before the switch.
Ashton decides to pick up the op, but Game Boy already. Big Mac did not have enough for another op. They actually don't have enough to buy their teammate. A stinger for tuna. Well, I mean, I personally I would buy a bulldog and then I would let a teammate buy a shorty. There you go. Did they buy a shorty? Let's go fact check. Nope. They didn't. Drone. Speaking of shorties, we got Big Mac set up here in short, trying to get a pick. We got Game Boy already pushing up mid. Popped ult too, because it is last round and a half. We got a Sova drone from Thomas coming here. And Sova drone sees Big Mac. Game Boy's already at the flank and going fully on. I want to see what goes with this, because honestly, no trigger discipline, doesn't want to go for extra kills, just wants to get one and play safe. For Game Boy's starting to move back into mid. No clue what area we have. Maybe thinking this. Logan loses! Yikes. Alright, on to looking at the other side though. Game Boy peeks actually. Let's see what Game Boy does with this. Got a jump peek. We got a smoke. We got a mastermind at play here. 2 smokes. Will he think that he pushed? No, because he can hear his footsteps going back to mid. 80 peeks, guys dashing.
30 seconds left.
Ashton starts smoking. Great. Blind goes off close, just in case. Then blind any teammates. Sight's clear. Thomas with the plant down. It's a 4v3. Thomas has this, or has ultimate, so Thomas is probably gonna want to play back. But then he is still alive. Big Mac flashes out. Game Boy's also out. Ashton's in the open. I think they expected Ethan to help, but Ethan's playing safe. Util's going out from Thomas. Thomas is taking some damage. Thomas gets pushed. No ult for him. Peeking close. Ethan gets 1. Ethan gets 2. Ethan spins to the ground like he just hit the nastiest clip. That's pretty cool. I'll give him that.
Switching sides.
7-5. Edgewood has the 5. Edgewood's losing. Not good. But at least the match isn't at stake right now. Best of 3, and Edgewood has 1. As you can see with the little tiny indicator in the top right of the screen. Alright, so we got Edgewood starting to go for a C push. I'm not sure if they're gonna go. Wait. Edgewood's defending. Alright, so we got Vikings going for a C push here. Kaiser's holding C side all by themselves. So I'm assuming off alarm bot proc, they're gonna try to go back. Okay, let the scan go off. Oh, they had. Gamer Boy gets tagged. Big Mac procs alarm bots. And notice that there's a C split here. Utilities coming out. Ashton wanted to fight for sight. Kaiser said otherwise. All the mallets are done. Katie's planting. 4v5. Edgewood loves 4v5s for some reason. Gameboy swaps for a ghost. Kaiser gets a dink. Edgewood flashed. Hogan. Ethan gets 1. Hogan goes for a stun. Hogan can't see and he's peeking. Thomas is also getting peeked from behind. Kaiser is getting peeked from long. Ethan's spamming a sheriff. Wow, I am great at getting terrible shots. I caught everybody's death. That was great. So that's another pistol round lock. That's gonna put, assuming, we're assuming here. Terrible, I know. But we're gonna assume that Vikings takes this next round here and goes to 9-5. Which... Oh. Well, now I gotta see where this goes. I got distracted. Where does this go? Oh, I know where it goes. Ethan... Thanks.
Shadows traveling.
A still object, too.
Cover going out.
Then he is starting to smoke off for the push. Thomas does not get one, but Ethan fades out. Which one's Logan? Oh my goodness. I only saw the last half of that, but I can already imagine what happened in the first half.
Spike planted.
Alright, page wall goes up. Ashton wants to wait for the teammate to shoot it, even though it was reinforcing itself. Ashton peeking. Ashton's blinded. Can't see. He's peeking again. Kaiser's using util. Kaiser used util. Ashton got bullied through the smoke. Jade wants to peek through heaven. Jade gets tagged on Sydney. Sydney's gonna get tagged again. Sydney is out of there. Sydney gets another tag. Sydney is getting sprayed by Big Mac, but... Wait. Sydney's getting sprayed by Big Mac. Nope. Kaiser's getting sprayed by Big Mac. Why is my screen fully drifting? Stop that, mouse, you silly man. Alright. 9-5. Let's see. Edgewood is doing a 117. Oh, forget the setup. Let's see what's going on here. Ashton just gets covered by the smoke of Sydney, not even their own smoke. Ashton's blind. Ashton is looking up in the sky, which is totally fair. Ashton gets out of there. Ashton is allowing a trade from Thomas because Big Mac was too hasty. But
Spike planted.
Ethan's flanking, Kaiser's flanking, Thomas is flanking. Okay, so we're attacking, you know? We're retaking site. Flash from Logan. Logan hits a dink. Woo! It's riskier. Game Boy's taking that 1v1. Oh, Logan gets the pick. Thomas is in there. Logan peeks again. Sydney flashes. He knows where Sydney is. Oh, Sydney takes. Oh, two. Sydney with 2. Sydney with 3.
Remaining.
Ethan's sticking. Ethan's sticking. Ethan gets it. Spike goes down. Wow. So Sydney has ult now. No reason, you know, you kind of gave them 4 ult orbs. But they got the defuse, and that's what matters. 9-6. What's going on here? Surprisingly, Vikings does not really have enough to buy. No, they have enough to buy. They're just working with what they had the last round. And for some reason, Game Boy wants to buy. Okay, there you go. Never mind. Alright, C-side push here. Right into Kaiser's utility. Unfortunately, Kaiser does not have all their utility out. We have a smoke going out for C long, and nobody watching choke point, so we're just gonna give Vikings the site then, basically. We're gonna have Ashton flash it off because Ashton does not want to give them the site. Ashton knows that there is 3, or not Ashton, Vikings up there's 3. Ethan gets peeked. Logan's setting up for a little sneaky play, letting them rotate over to A site, giving the info to the team. Still going for a flank. Logan might honestly be killed by Big Mac here. It's 1. They're still gonna push in. Just fair. Totally fair. Logan's giving away position. Big Mac's going for another push though. Game Boy gets 1. Kaiser's trying to push out. Kaiser gets 1.
One enemy remaining.
Last one's flanking. It's Big Mac. Big Mac's gonna get seen by the turret. Big Mac's not gonna get seen by the turret.
So I saved a day.
Yeah.
Don't make a big deal about it. Don't stop fighting.
Edgewood decided to celebrate too early by hands in the middle. Teamwork makes the dream work, but unfortunately that dream was not working. Got another timeout. Edgewood here. I mean, not too sure what to say. But now at this point, at a loss of what Edgewood's doing, I'm sure that's what their coach is trying to find out. The coach probably knows. Oh, I pressed the button. I don't do something with it, but now I don't. Edgewood's playing together. Edgewood's doing work. They're 10-6 right now. They're not terribly losing. I think it's just down to those 1v1s and those situations like pushing the page when you're slow orbed and going down a single file line. I mean, look at this. How did Logan expect the team to push out? You could fit 2 people here, tops. But this is where Logan was, right? And this is where the closest teammate was. Right here. Fortunately, the Sage was right here. I don't think the teammate could help. So I'm kind of ruling it down as let's think better. Alright. Gonna be a C-site hit. Kaiser's got the utility out. Kaiser's gonna hear all these footsteps. Kaiser's gonna be running a shorty. Kaiser does not understand that a shorty is a close range gun. Kaiser backs up in the garage and plays close range. We have how many shorties? Here we have 2. Sydney's sitting up top of the wall. Sydney could get a pick here if they really wanted to. Kaiser's still not understanding that shorty is a close range. Ooh, wrong person. He's gonna not get 1. He gets 1. Tom push. Thomas should know. Thomas also doesn't understand that a shorty is a.
One enemy remaining.
Goes down and Ash or Ethan
Your
goes down.
biggest mistake was that you pissed me off.
Not sure. Not sure. throw the same rounds at me again, but I won't be sure know what's going on. Let's see here. I'm trying to think of what's going on, but completely at a loss at this point. Edgewood's on a little bit of a late buy. It's 11-6. I mean, it looks like we are gonna go to that period map.
Cutting through.
Fun doesn't work on Big Mac. Big Mac's grabbing as much info as they can. We're gonna give the site over to Vikings. Get an Edgewood counter ult. Big Mac teleports out of there. Tuna is the only one that's stunned. It's fighting for their lives over here. Big Mac gets 2, Game Boy gets 1. It's down to a 2v1 already. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, 2v2. Out. Ult goes down on Spike. That's what Katie initially thought to do on Corrode. I'm not sure why we tapped the bomb. We know Katie has another shot. Got some lineups. Sydney's gonna go jump peeking. He's going to peek Logan, but Logan will still lose the fight. Okay. No. No, to 6. Edgewood loses this. They lose the match, and it's on to that dreaded third map. Frankly, I don't know what it is. That worries me. Do I know what it is? Terrible. Tragic. But for Edgewood to win 6-7 rounds in a row, it's not looking great. He's gonna use the dart. See where the dart goes. Dart goes in the backside. So Sydney used ult. Thomas is, I don't know. Thomas hit anybody? No, Thomas didn't hit anybody. Sydney uses ult on top of C site. Didn't see anything. Ethan went for a flank, but Big Mac got the pick off. Ashton's listening for rotates right now, hopefully. Ashton sees one. Ashton hears another. Ashton should be calling and rotating. Yeah. Edgewood wants to play for work. Planting.
Spike planted.
Katie planted. We got Sage ult. We got. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, we got a flash close. We're not checking corners. We're not checking corners. Okay, Thomas gets the trade off. Sydney also gets a kill. And our killjoy goes down. This is actually huge. If Kaiser can hold off.
Last player standing.
Nice. Hold it, hold it, hold it. They're not even close, Thomas. No, he doesn't know that.
Attackers win.
I mean, what's the chance of them winning 6 rounds in a row? But, oh, possibilities, possibilities. Well. So, again, we're going off assumption here. Both teams lost their picked map, so we're going to the cider map. And we're having a 5. Or, yeah. Alright, so that's the scoreboard. Ambo did pretty well, unfortunately. Then he got 22 and 8. Gameboy still had a better impact. Like I said, 4 first bloods. Alright. So we'll be back in 4. And then we'll both be surprised for that unknown third map. already. I even took the time to wait until the match started. I gotta do some swaps around here. Eeny, meeny, miny, that. This and that. There we go. Alright. Unfortunately, this item map's Lotus. If you like Lotus, congrats. If you don't, I'm sorry. I'm in the middle. I only get to play Cypher. But there's no Cypher! Yeah, Ethan on a active chamber. We got a double sentinel from. Not sure this is gonna go. Alright. Vikings seems like they're gonna do either a B or A. They might. Ooh. Ashen got some heavy hits on. Boy. Give it back? Oh no, that was. What was that? I'm not too sure it was. We got the Gecko. Oh, Wingman's already planting and the game was up close. I didn't know who's playing Gecko. Gar's activating the wall. Raise TP to go waterfall. I'm not sure they know that though. Ringer's gonna be walking into a tuna. Tuna goes down. Trying to push out. Sydney's looking at a door. Down to Kaiser and the game. Flash goes out. Flash gets shot. Scan goes out. Logan's not really helping the team. Time needs to be. We need to hurry up here. Edgewood needs to do something.
Last player standing.
Logan's doing something. Getting a kill. There you go. What time though? Honestly, probably would have been better if he died there. I'll see. The sheriff. Also, money for that. Odd. 0-1. Technically, Edgewood got all kills that round, but the spike was planted, so that takes priority. Let's see.
Now we win.
That's more interesting.
Launching thorn.
Ah, we're on hour 2. Valorant gameplay. Ethan peeked. And they know Ethan's here. Never mind, guess not. Ethan gets a pick for free. Gets back out. Now if they want to push Seaside, they're forced to walk in here to fade. Or revise. We did not pop flash instead of we took it back. The entirety of. Okay, what's going on? Okay. Got the spike pushing out Logan. Pick it up, Wingman again. Probably gonna wait that 10-second timer to wait for Wingman. Thomas is on site here still. Thomas gun. Both Vikings players push through. Thomas is through. Thomas.
One enemy remaining.
I was expect that one person.
Spike planted.
80. Okay. They're not two. Not two button don't work. Come on, keyboard. Work.
Thrifty.
You know, press the right button. This is just you want to see Logan get a kill. That is a thrifty for Edgewood. That's a 1-1. That's good. That early pick from Ethan really did help the team. Now Edgewood's on a partial full buy. What's the team? Hold up. Well, all of yawn. All of Vikings. There you go. Are on eco round. It looks like the Vikings are gonna try to do a split here. They're gonna fan out to try to see the info they can grab. Ethan instead is now peeking from B main instead of going on here. Let's swap to what Vikings are seeing. In orb. Let's think about breaking the wall. Play just almost all their util to clear out that one corner. Know where Ashton is? Yep.
Spike down.
Ethan gets 1. And that was Spike Carrier. Ethan gets 2.
Spikes.
He does not get 3. Thomas gets 1. Logan's trying to fight for Spike here.
Caution here.
Thomas expecting somebody to be trouble. But Game Boy actually is the body shot bandit. Instead of shooting where heads is, they either were already aiming at the body or flicked towards the head of Thomas.
30 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
Nice! Logan gets 2.
Okay, take a break, guys.
Kaiser tries to help, but they kind of get in the way. But you know, it's the effort, it's the idea that counted. All right, 2-1.
Does anyone have funds?
Ooh, and has bought an op. Back on C site. Well, we're gonna see how this goes. Probably gonna be another flash from Katie. He gets his one, he gets out. Advantage. Looking planted. Be close. Any off here. Down. Ashen tries to help the team, but can't help anymore. 1-for-1 trade there. Gonna back up to safety. Handable. Don't want to put that into 3. Smart plays I'm talking about. That's where thinking comes in. Ashen does have smokes ready, or a smoke. Fighting against it. Tuna gets tagged to the wall from Ethan. Tuna is super low.
Drop in a smoke.
Let's smoke down. Tuna dies to the snare. Ashen's not looking behind him. Ashen is actively not looking behind him. Ashen probably thought there was only one person left. Saw that one person rush over. Kaiser is taking shots over from C site. Oh, nice. Kaiser gets 3.
Those were your last words.
Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Three to 1. Edgewood with a lot of money. Got Vikings. Not as much, buddy.
Rip and tear. Launching thorn.
Gotta get another stretch in. Ritual stretch. Alright. Gonna have. Wait. He's gonna pop double op for some. Ashen's gonna get pushed through B site, fully flashed. Gonna give him the smoke. Game Boys. Yep. We got Big Mac already in the smoke too. Big Mac does get the kill, but takes heavy damage. Katie gets Wingman to plant the bomb. Kaiser gets 1. Down to a 3v3 here. Edgewood has the advantage, but they don't know where the positioning is.
Caution here.
On the bomb. Oh! No, last one's up top. And Ethan gets the pick. Four to 1. 4-2-1.
I thought I would have to work today. Clearly not. My ult's not ready.
So Edgewood's doing great this time. If I read my fortune cookie here, it says Vikings will call a timeout soon.
Teleport's ready. They should give up.
Cookie could work. I'm a little unsure about that TP.
Get out of my way.
8 eye above. Thomas is also posting up with Ethan. Thomas gets 1. Oh, it's a foot tag. Big Mac gets out. The Thomas lost that pick. But while they were goofing off, Ethan's already in there.
Down B. One enemy remaining. Right there.
Who is? There we go. Now we get 3. And Ethan gets a lot of tags. So it's like Ethan got 2. Five to 1. Oh, my fortune cookie came in clutch. Unfortunately, I don't have another fortune cookie. Maybe another one up here. Let's see. What's going on with... Kinda seems like Vikings are a little into where to push. Edgewood's also posting up together. Can only do so much against an op. Op is doing work. But yeah, Vikings, like Haven for pushing together. They're doing some work. Maybe they're not attacking together. I have seen a couple times where like Big Mac is by themselves. They're not helping the team. Then again, I'm also seeing Logan do that too. They're gonna try to execute a B-site hit with KJ Ultimate. They're gonna try to get a shot off, and Eric does get a shot off.
Spike down.
They're almost caught within belts. And they use that KJ ult as a fake. They're actually going A. Logan's recognizing it. Logan gets to a high ground. Logan hears it. Thomas is gonna ult right in front of Game Boy. No! Game Boy expects the higher altitude as well. Big words.
Spike planted.
Alright, 3v4. Winnable. What they're gonna do. Boy jump peaks with the... They're updraft. And wants Jade to go first. Not sure if Game Boy knows the actions. Why? Why are we doing this? Fade ult goes down from Kaiser. They need to start moving though.
One enemy remaining.
Ashen gets 2. Spike's ticking down. They need to have somebody on that spike. I'm not even sure that they get that. Oh, 0.1! 0.01! What a timing! Wow, perfect timing, perfect timing. If Ethan got on that bomb, 0.01 seconds later, would have been done.
That's a good spot.
Whew. Close. 6-1. Ethan's gonna be setting up waterfall again. But I think it's this op that's messing with on here. Wow! Ethan gets a blinded snipe off on Sydney. And that's a huge pick. That means no more smokes. Angles here. Slicing up the field. Rip and dash. He's gonna peek into Logan here. Taps to Logan. Logan doesn't lose much health, but works. Thomas might be caught off guard here. Thomas is definitely caught off guard here. That's a gun to Big Mac. Fade ult's gonna be used here. Logan might be caught in it. Nope. 4v4. Logan gets used.
Spike planted.
Taking priority. That boom bot never, or that alarm bot never got shot. But they still decided to throw Molly there. Ashen's going in, ignoring the fact that Game Boy's to the side. Ashen ults too. Ashen's doing something. Jumping jacks maybe. But I mean, I guess the whole purpose of that ult was to distract. Better to use it now than never to use it at all. 7-1. We are 8 rounds out of the 12 for first. This operator is surely doing some damage. Ethan has gotten... I might not have a scoreboard or a stat line here, but if I'm actually counting correctly, which I was not counting in the first place, I think that's 4 first bloods that Ethan's gotten every single, or between the rounds. That operator is dealing some damage, constantly leaving the Vikings at a 4v5 scenario. Good thing is that Ethan keeps changing it up too. A little bit surprising. An advanced smoke. That's their own smoke. They smoked close. They're gonna want to try to go through tree. Tapping a molly. The utility gets thrown out, but it gets stalled out because of Thomas's molly. Flash goes out. There's still nothing there. We're fighting ghosts. 4v5 brawls going off here. Okay, I don't know why I did that.
There.
I didn't like that though, because I swapped Ashen as he was dying. Kaiser gets 1. Thomas's buddies are running out. Thomas got no utility anymore. Still trying to work through tree. Wingman's going to plant spike. Sydney flashes close. Wingman does not die. He gets the spike down. Kaiser's gonna be watching the spike. Has flash.
Oh yeah! Monster on
He
the
gets pressed out.
One
Thomas.
enemy remaining.
They missed Thomas?
Last
I thought
player
Thomas died.
standing.
And Ethan with the flank. Wow. And Ethan's not even gonna need to buy it off because he'll just get it off. Ethan will get ultimate off this. Oh, 8-1.
Didn't actually think that would work.
Never mind. Time is up. Yeah. There's not much I can say about this. Just might be a skill issue too.
A gift.
Like how that an issue the first time. Haven. Goofing around with the team again. Guessing that he buys it up. As Clove. Probably argue with him. See, will Ethan get a pick here? Ethan does get a pick here. On Gamerboy 2, that is the duelist that's out. And that's 3 out of the 5 shots used. 2 for util. Enemies. You're gonna try to push into Kaiser. Kaiser gets shot off. And that is C-Site given over to the Vikings. Ashen gets 1.
Spike
He's
planted.
vulnerable though. Ashen goes for more. Ashen gets another.
I'm too far.
3v2 here. Wingman goes out.
The wingman's down.
We got one's close.
Last
Big Mac gets their kill. Why won't you swap the Big Mac? Big Mac's lurking around. They actually won't expect this. Ethan's gonna die here.
one enemy remaining.
Ooh. That util grabbed Thomas in time. And 1. And Thomas has the op still, so there's no loss. Grabs the op again. Ready. Yeah, they're gonna for an aggressive push here. But that combo, but I think Ethan's just don't peek that, and Ethan will still get the kill. That's wild. And they're going to Kaiser's site. They had better chances there, and I don't blame them. Kaiser doesn't have flash though. Falls down. Oh no, it does. But Game Boy decides to say no. Can't say no if they don't allow you to hit them. Ashton goes in, doesn't get their one though. 4v5.
Teleport's ready.
Spike planted.
Finn doesn't have access to their TP. Boy's shooting off some stuff. Ethan's not really looking at an angle here. Logan's taking their time. Boy knows. Do it down. Thomas gets one. Logan gets one. Wingman's gonna go for the defuse here. This is first.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Oh, but Thomas decides to peek it. 9-2.
Last round in the half.
And he doesn't even pick up the op. That's not even gonna make a dent. Wait a minute. Where did Edgewood's money go? I mean, it's last round. They have enough for everything still. And I mean, the Vikings aren't really doing too great on money. But I'm surprised Ethan's opting for the ability operator instead of the actual double operator. It's smart. Very smart. Oh, I think Vikings setting up for a B push here. Gonna be a movement through window. Did the ult right on top of Ashton. Here goes KJ ultimate. I'm thinking Logan might pop his ultimate after this Killjoy ultimate goes down. Let's see what he thinks. What do you know? Somebody give me a book. Does not get anything. Thomas is gonna go use ult. Thomas uses Thresh.
Spike planted.
Thomas didn't pop Thresh early though. Logan is doing acrobatics.
Not ready yet.
Ethan's not clearing corners. Then he's expecting a second, but Kaiser and Ashley both know. Oh, not clearing corner still. That wasn't even really a corner. Kaiser's opting for the 1v4. There goes Fade ultimate on Kaiser. Kaiser tries to pick the 1v1, which is the smart decision, but you know, without teammates, you can't really do much with that situation. And there's 9-3. So if Edgewood wants a high chance to win, they probably are gonna want to win the pistol round. To be fair, that was a double sentinel comp from Edgewood there. So we're gonna be doing worse on offense.
Now we wait. Retrieving wall.
Here though.
Now we wait. Need to move my wall. Now we wait. Blinding crack. Not
Right,
ready
got
yet.
an aggressive B push here. Logan's already in, but Logan can't see. Cindy goes down for a kill. Goes down, and he gets a kill. Ethan is watching the mid doors, or breaking with the wall. Blake goes down, but it's a 4v5 right now. Game Boy keeps the corner. Game Boy gets the tag off, does not get the kill. Kaiser and Ashton are fighting for their life right now. Edgewood's trying to help them out. Kaiser is looking towards, breakable, even though teammate's already dead there. Wingman's gonna be set for defuse. Yeah, we used all 4 of our... Okay. Yeah, that's probably the best option. Not sure why we decided.
Sorry. Inside joke.
Yeah, wait a second there.
Hold it down.
So this is something that Edgewood hasn't used. Quick flash to check if there's anybody waterfall, but frankly they didn't really need it if we're just gonna keep on running it. Any flashes to slow down the Edgewood push? Crack here. Trying to fight Game Boy. Get a successful shot. Ethan is wanting to repeat this. Boy has moved over the stairs though. Kind of relying on Ethan here and Game Boy to make a move. Game Boy gets the shot off. Ethan goes down. Ethan goes. Right, sure. Oh my goodness.
No peeking.
Relying on Viking is getting a little bit aggressive here. What's going on? Crash will go through. Logan wants to have a pool party.
Found them. 30 seconds.
Alarm bot goes off. 30 seconds remaining. Going for a weapon? Thomas gets 2. Thomas's lurk helped out so much. But Thomas, I mean, Jade can survive? They need to stop for the teammate.
Enemy remaining.
Katie's holding now wingman. Maybe throwing the problem will solve it. Wingman's gonna start defusing. Kaiser gets the wingman off. Katie's trying to push. He doesn't know where Thomas is. Katie found Thomas. Thomas got 4. And I wasn't even paying attention. Thomas's lurk on B site got so much value. And where did he get that bulldog? Where did this come from? And the 4. Edgewood's got some money. Vikings do not. If North Kentucky does not have money, does that mean South Kentucky does? I'm asking big questions. Who knows? Oh. This gets util. She might be tasting a shotgun here. That's smoke from Sydney's helping out Game Boy. There's gonna be no more dash. This is a 1-for-1 situation here. Game Boy gets 1. Game Boy doesn't die? Not gonna spam that move? Over to B side a bit. I know there's fights happening over there, but I want to see what Logan does with this. Okay, Logan gets 1. Logan's gonna be moving around. There's a fight bound to happen here.
Caution here.
One enemy
Nice.
remaining.
Nice. To invest in myself, I'm not even commentating. Alright. That rotate from a single player. Got 2 kills. Oh my goodness, that's just great. 2 kills and some highly valuable info. They heard Gecko Flash. I'm assuming Logan saw the KJ with that split little slide there. Yeah, I'm wrong. But on here, let's see worth. Let's get a full buy. If I can get a part by there, the snare's gonna catch Ethan. They see that Ethan's caught. Edgewood's helping out the team. Util from Logan was used. Get a Vise ult here on C site, but I think it's gonna call rotates over from Viking, but I'm not actually sure. There's still shots on A site though. Vikings don't know what to do. But that was honestly some really bad fake.
Oh yeah, monster on the loose.
I know I'm not sure what's going on here. Does Thomas even see that guy up there? Bar brawl blitz happening here. Where did Ashton use the smokes? Ashton gets 1. Haunt goes out from Fade. Big Mac gets a highly valuable info there. Logan peeks 2. Ashton keeps peeking it. Ashton activates ult. This is actually a valuable ult. The 4v2. Ashton does not get anything there. 2v3. He did not use wingman to use spike. Thomas peeks in 2. Both players are low. Kaiser honestly should just spam this. Kaiser does not spam this. Sydney goes for 3. I mean, you're really favorable on spamming where the spike is before, but I'm not sure we're calming, or Edgewood's calming, that their enemies are low. So they really should just spam the spike. Sydney was on, what, 12 HP there, and Gecko, Katie, I'm watching Katie right now. Katie was on, like, 30. We're not speaking to each other in that amount of time, saying, hello, this person's low, please shoot. Maybe that's just me thinking. Izzy shot 1, 2, 3 times, so they know that there's 3 players pushing C mound. Mosh pit for a slow. Who wants to get a pick here? Logan's looking behind him.
No more thorns.
Ends gets shut down. Ashton's already in there. Ashton's making it work. Kaiser gets a pick. Ashton's just walking through. Ashton's, what is with us turning our back to the enemies? Wingman's gonna be planting. Game Boy's gonna beat that. Game Boy's tagged a lot.
Down, C.
Thinking it's good for 1. Good for 1. Wants 2 though.
Away with you.
Good for 1. 1. Our smoked off now. Spike is not planted in a safe spot. Trademark gets shot down by Game Boy. Game Boy's low though. Game Boy really shouldn't be peeking here. Kaiser goes for peek. Kaiser gets spike. Kaiser wants to swap over.
Retrieving flash.
Kaiser does not want to take the site that they already have. What? Spike's gonna go down the B site. Nah, luckily they didn't try to contest them on B site either. Flash gets set up on top of the spike. That's not gonna flash much.
1 enemy remaining.
Then gets 1. Might go for 2. Sydney blinds close. Sydney's trying to look for the kill.
Player standing.
Kaiser tries to help out. Sydney goes for 2. What are we doing? Oh.
Clutch.
You forget your place.
11-6. I mean, Edgewood has room for mistakes, but too many mistakes. You should have won 2 rounds ago. Maybe everybody just likes to defend. Alright. Ethan has operator. Giving some money. And util. Start. Pick up. Game Boy gets 2? And I pressed on. Wait, Game Boy. Wingman starts to plant. It's a 3v4. Logan wants to go for a higher angle. Ooh, Logan gets some tag. Wait, yeah, Logan gets heavy tag. Gecko goes down. The retake. Thomas still gets the kill too, even with Wingman or Ultimate taking most of the bullets. Logan gets 1. Logan goes down. Ashton gets the trade, and that's 12-6. That's match point, baby.
Match point.
It's been grand, but I've got places to avoid and people to ignore, so let's finish this thing.
Alright, 12-6. And honestly, I think Vikings are, yeah, they are a lot. And they're opting for an op. And they're not going to have a great time because the op is conveniently on the site that they want. Boy is going to be posting up. Flash, util. Ashton just got bulldozed with a 50 caliber to the forehead. And yes, that emphasis was needed. My goodness. That bullet was ruthless. We already got 2s perched up here. Let's go down. Logan gets flashed, unfortunately. Teammates didn't want to shoot that flash for him. Spike is not going down. We're taking it forward. Thomas gets 1. Backs up a little bit. Trying to put the team. Uses mollies. Kaiser gets one here too. 3v3. Vi's ult goes up.
Class placed.
Vi's ult actually procs on 2.
Bring them down.
The only person that can shoot right now is Gamerboy. Vi's ult ended. So we're down to 3v3 here. Wingman goes for clear. Big Mac tries to go out. Woo!
Attackers win.
Access satisfied. Well done.
No players lost in that 3v3 for Edgewood. Clean. Edgewood takes it. That is a 2-1 Edgewood win. Now I must sing
Hey,
happy.
GG's guys. That was a fantastic fucking game. That was
GG.
amazing.
game.
It looks like everybody's
GG's.
Good
positive.
game.
Or response. Anywho, that was the end of the match. Did I look at that? Nope, that's... Alright, so that's the end. Edgewood won 2-1 against Northern Kentucky University. Great for them. That means they're on a 2-1 win-loss right now. So, yeah. Hopefully they're having a great time playing the games. Hopefully teams against them are going against or having great games too, which it seems like they are. Northern Kentucky was very positive at the end of there. But that'll be all for this Valorant. Got another one next week, Tuesday at 7 p.m. Go with that. But tune in time next week for that. If you're interested in other games, I got informed this early on hand. This is great. But if you would like to check out another game, the next game on this stream will be for tomorrow for Super Smash Bros. Actually against Oklahoma Christian University at 7 p.m. Central Time. So, if you'd like to tune into another game to check out that, there's that tomorrow. That's an option. Otherwise, if you're only keen on Valorant, next game will be next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Only 7 p.m. Could be at 6. Hope for 7. Hope for 7. I like the later times. But yeah, that's where I call it quits. Hopefully everybody is having a great time watching this, and don't freeze outside. It's starting to get cold out. Wear a jacket. Be cool.